Why can a world tour start feeling important before most people hear the full show? Because live culture depends on public proof. That proof might look modern when it arrives through a Stray Kids World Tour search, a sold-out notice, a stadium clip, or a screaming crowd on a phone screen.
But the mechanism is older than the platform. Tours have always needed visible evidence that the moment is already larger than one room. Start with the basic problem. Music can stay private for a long time. A song can sit in a bedroom, on a radio, or in headphones without becoming a public event. A tour is different.
A tour has to convince people in multiple cities that something is happening now, not someday. That is why tours depend on objects and scenes that travel ahead of the performance. Posters, reviews, cues, venue signs, bus arrivals, and crowd photographs. This is the first mechanism. Invitation becomes evidence.
A poster begins as an announcement, but once enough people see it, the poster starts doing more than giving information. It tells strangers where the crowd will gather. It tells nearby businesses to prepare. It tells fans that the event has entered public space. Before social feeds, the poster was a local machine for anticipation. The second mechanism is scarcity. A ticket queue outside a venue does not merely show that people want to attend. It turns desire into a visible fact. A person walking by may know nothing about the performer, but a long line still communicates a clear message.
Access is limited, demand is real, and delay has a cost. Scarcity changes passive awareness into urgency. That is why ticket lines matter historically. They perform demand in public. This is where the modern touring winner lane becomes useful. When people search for a phrase like Stray Kids World Tour 2026, many of them are not asking only about songs. They are asking for dates, cities, resale prices, set lists, crowd clips, and proof that the event is already moving. Search is doing the work that posters, newspaper listings, and fan magazines once did more slowly. Different tools, same social function.
A third mechanism is crowd scale. A stadium crowd with lights in the air is not background scenery. It is evidence. Thousands of people moving together tell outsiders that the event has crossed a threshold from entertainment to public fact. The artist remains the center, but the audience proves the size. This is why crowd shots travel so well. They lower the cost of curiosity. A person may not know the catalog, but they understand the meaning of a massive crowd. Now add movement. One concert can be local. A tour is a chain of public signals. One city sees posters, another sees the queue, another sees the bus.
Another sees the review. Another sees a fan clip with lights stretching into the dark. The moving calendar keeps producing fresh proof. Each stop tells the next city that they are about to receive something already validated elsewhere. That movement is older than modern fandom platforms.
In the newspaper era, concert listings and reviews certified that the event had happened and mattered. In the magazine era, photographs and coverage helped distant fans imagine the scale of a show they had missed. Radio mentions and television clips compressed the same process further.
Social video now compresses it again. The underlying pattern is stable. Tours grow when proof travels faster than attendance. At the midpoint, it helps to push back on a shallow explanation. People often say music trends are random or purely algorithmic. That view misses the physical world. Cues still matter.
Venue architecture still matters. Stadium lighting still matters. City geography still matters. A tour is not only a digital phrase, it is a logistical system that creates scenes people can recognize instantly. This is why the line outside the venue deserves more respect than it usually gets.
The line is a social converter. It turns excitement into visibility, visibility into urgency, and urgency into more attention. It also gives outsiders a way to read the moment without specialist knowledge. They do not need to know the fandom deeply. They only need to see that people are willing to wait.
There is a prestige layer here too. Certain events become aspirational because access looks controlled and visibly earned. The queue signals commitment. The ticket signals luck or planning. The crowd inside the arena signals arrival. Together, they form a ritual structure. Music still matters, but access and display help tell the public how much the moment is worth. A concrete historical comparison helps. Beatlemania was not powered only by songs. It was powered by scenes, screaming arrivals, venue crushes, newspaper photos, police barriers, and lines of fans outside theaters.
Those scenes made scale legible. The same logic survives in modern touring, even when the proof is now distributed through feeds, short clips, and search spikes. Another concrete example is the newspaper review. A review appears after the show, yet it helps build the next show.
Once a city reads that a venue was overwhelmed or that a performance felt unmissable, the next city is primed to search earlier, queue earlier, and treat tickets more urgently. Public proof accumulates. The tour becomes a moving archive of its own importance. There is also a trust boundary to keep clear.
Public proof does not guarantee artistic depth. A huge queue can show demand without showing quality. A viral crowd clip can spread faster than real understanding. A sold-out sign can become a status object. History helps precisely because it separates the mechanism from the praise. The question is not whether every
Huge tour is equally meaningful. The question is how the public learns that a moment is happening. That is why touring crowds became public evidence. Posters made the event visible. Ticket lines made demand visible. Reviews made legitimacy visible. Stadium lights made emotional scale visible.
A moving schedule tied those proofs together across cities. Modern search and short video speed up the cycle, but they did not invent it. The final payoff is simple. A world tour becomes more than music when crowds, queues, and city-to-city signals let strangers witness the event before they enter it.
That is the deeper reason a current winner like Stray Kids World Tour 2026 can work as a history hook. The topic is modern, but the mechanism is old. Public proof moves ahead of the performance and teaches everyone else that the moment already has scale. If this helped the touring spectacle make more sense,
Please like the video and subscribe for fast history explainers. For more evidence-led stories like this, like the video and subscribe. See you in the next one.